All right, so this is part 3 of our investigation into the first ladies. You decide if they're a lady or a lady boy. And we're going to look at the years 1841 to 1850. And you'll notice that President John Tyler had 3 different first ladies. His first wife died, and then his daughter-in-law became first lady. And he even had an unofficial first lady, his daughter, and then he got remarried. So really, he kind of had 4, basically. So we're going to look at all 4 of those, and then we'll look at a couple others. So there'll be 6 people, I believe, total in this video, even though it's only about a 9-year period of time. And starting with John Tyler and his 4 first ladies, first of all, you'll notice that he has an obelisk at his grave in the Hollywood Cemetery, Holy Wood, which is in Virginia. And there's Letitia, the first wife who died shortly after he became president. Now, we are getting to the age where we do have some photos in today's videos, but there's still some paintings as well. You would think that there would be more photographic evidence of these people, but this certainly looks like a man to me. You make up your own mind. Decide for yourself. Nice dress, but could that just be a man doing a little bit of cross-dressing? It appears so to me, in my opinion. That's his daughter there, Letitia Tyler Semple. A little bit difficult to tell, but kind of a manly face there. So we don't have great evidence to have a lot of conviction. Some people would say that's a woman. I'd say it's difficult to tell. I would say it's a man. And then his daughter-in-law was official first lady who was an actress in Shakespearean performances. But wait a minute, weren't all these Shakespearean actors men? Didn't men play the female roles as well? I do believe so. So the Tyler's second first lady was a Shakespearean actor playing female roles, had costume parties with Dolly Madison, who we saw in a previous video. They like their costume parties, their drag shows. And there's his second wife, who was the third first lady. Again, we have most of the body covered up. Even the neck is completely covered up, along with the head. There's a strange head covering and even some kind of veil that's off to the side right there. Very strange photo, but it looks like a man's face to me. Kind of reminds me of Mike Myers. See, it's just kind of a matter of how you look at these people. Most of the time, we don't even question these things, but I think it's time to question everything. Sarah Childress Polk. Now look at that. Just tell me, is that a man or is that a woman? Just look at the photo and what do you see there? And if you're not sure, ask a 5-year-old child, but I don't want to traumatize the child, so you might not actually want to do that. But just imagine there's a 5-year-old child and you said, is that a boy or girl? They would say, that's a man. Why is the man dressed like a woman? So this would probably go in the top 5 first lady boys category. And this is Sarah Polk. You could just show the photos to your friends, who will not be your friends anymore, by the way, after you wake them up. People don't want to be woken up. People love to be deceived. But anyway, if you felt like waking people up so you don't feel so alone, knowing this dark, twisted truth of this strange reality we live in, find someone who you think might be interested in this kind of thing first. Some people absolutely do not want to know this information, and they will just avoid you like the plague after you show them the truth, because they hate the truth. I mean, none of these people have been pretty at all so far. You think a president would find a pretty woman. Most of these people were quite wealthy, influential. Now, we saw this photo before with Dolly Madison second from the right, and the face is all blurred out, I think, because it's such an obvious dude. But here we have Sarah Polk, I believe, is the one in the middle. And so there's another photo of Mr. Polk. And we'll see James Buchanan in the next video. He actually didn't have a wife, so his niece, who was probably the nephew, filled in. I think that's the guy doing the hidden hand, the Masonic gesture. So here's Margaret Taylor. Now, apparently, there's only 2 photos of this person. It's like this person was first lady in the mid-1800s, and there's only 2 photos? Are you kidding me? Now, I know photographs were kind of a new thing at the time, and there's a painting. Whoa, Why didn't you make it look pretty? It's a painting. You could have painted it a little bit better. That's like a dude, right? That's a man. I mean, you think they would have executed the guy who painted that. It's like, no, do it again. Make it look like a woman. No, they deliberately painted it pretty accurate, I believe, because the people are that dumb. All right, so that's enough. So we got 3 and 1 more. So there were kind of 4 first ladies, really, for President Tyler. Now the daughter, it's really difficult to tell. We don't have a very good painting there, but I think we can safely assume most of these people were lady boys and not ladies. They were queens, right? Queens, drag queens. There's a few obvious ones there, right? The obvious ones are useful. I know for some of you experts out there, you're like, well, those are so obvious, it's kind of boring. We already know that, right? Well, there's a lot of people who don't know this, all right? So it's worth doing. I've done videos before on the first ladies, but not all of them like this. We don't even know if these people even really existed, right? And who were these people? You know, these men in drag. And were they in drag all the time, or did they have a male persona? And then once in a while, they would pretend to be the first lady. So again, there's always more to investigate. I can't cover everything in a 10 to 15 minute video, but at least we can see clearly that the dude looks like a lady, and the first lady may actually be a lady boy.